We've got some questions in the live chat. Some stuff we've covered off. Just for SD456, just to answer that question, what platforms will the game be released? This one is PlayStation 3 only, as it was in Japan. Japan also got a DS version, but that's not coming, unfortunately.
It's not. You'll have to just make do with PS3, I'm afraid.
You have to make do with PS3. If you're not a PS3 owner, you are bang out of luck, unfortunately. Then we've also got Seb, producer extraordinaire, asking Johnny for a coffee in the live stream chats. Hopefully Johnny is listening. There was a question about the story being like the mixture, how it's a mixture of sad and sort of humorous.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just like all Ghibli stuff, and I think that you've also got the same idea with Ghibli, where you have this protagonist that's sort of, he's quite young, a bit naive, and then grows up and learns, and it's a learning experience for everyone.
Right, okay.
But that's his sort of Ghibli thing, and I think it works.
Question from Simon Simon Thornton, I think. How much of the game is voice acted, main quest only? I think the section that we're looking at the moment, it's just that sort of Japanese RPG thing where it's just but the main cutscenes are voice acted fully in English.
There is a lot of voice acting, but yeah, you just can't expect something of a game this big to have voice acting.
There's obviously so much. The script is so huge, and
a lot of dialogue.
Do we know how long it is roughly? I mean, it's a traditional sort of epic Japanese RPG.
I would imagine a minimum of like 40 hours. I can't imagine it being less than that.
Yes. Simon Thornton also says, I'll be celebrating exams ending with this. It'll be a great week. So hopefully he'll pass his exams whenever they're happening, and
then play this for an entire week.
The game will be awesome.
You could probably complete it in a week if you really caned it and didn't go outside or anything. Not that I recommend that.
We should mention, unfortunately, that for whatever reason, Namco Bandai actually postponed the game's release in Europe to beyond what's happening in North America. So North America, they're getting it January 22nd, which is in a few days' time. We're not getting it here in Europe until February the 1st, 2013.
Screw you, Namco Bandai.
Namco, they may be watching, but that is disappointing. That is disappointing. I won't go as far as say screw you, but that is disappointing.
I would. So
that's your choice. But it has been out in Japan since November 17th, 2011.
Yeah,
which is quite some time. So
I do remember when this sort of was revealed in Japan, and I was super excited. And I was like, oh, please God, tell me you're going to bring this over.
Right.
And when they did announce it, I was like, yeah. And then they had a date, and I was like, you kidding me, right? How long? So
it's a long time. It's a long time.
You know, if the localization's been done well, and it's been worth it, I think.
Derva, I can't even pronounce it. Derva Wunsch says less voice acting lets you do more side quests as a developer, so I think it's good.
Sure.
So there's that. In terms of the rest of the game itself, in terms of the side quests you played, are they entertaining? Have you stuck to the main quest itself? Or
so this is pretty early on in the game where Martin's playing now, and this is basically my save game. I've played a bit past this. The cool thing about the game is that, as I've discovered, is that the side quests are actually listed out for you. So there are these shops, and I'm going to assume that they're in each town. I don't know for certain, but I reckon that's the case, where you can go in and there's a notice board with all the side quests on. And the cool thing about that is, basically, you know how many there are in each town to complete, and you can list them out, and then it will tell you where to go.
Right.
It saves you having to do that sort of super hunting around for hours and hours trying to find like these side quests or whatever, without taking the fun out of it, because they're only listed in these shops that you specifically have to go to. If you don't want to do that, you can find the side quests on your own without going into the shop. So you have the option either way. And I think that works really, really well, and it's a really nice thing.
Okay. Just a reminder, guys, we've got the chat at twitch.tv/GameSpot, or if you're watching on the site, the chat should be embedded in there. So do ask questions. Let us know what you think about the game, whether you'll be buying it on release or whether you've maybe imported it already. Do you think, as a Ghibli... You're a Ghibli hardcore, aren't you? You've watched a lot of their films.
I have all of them.
Would you want to watch this or play this in Japanese to sort of kind of keep the authentic experience?
That's interesting, because with the Ghibli films, I have them, and I have like basically them stored. I rip all my films right to a hard drive, and I have them stored with the Japanese audio and the English audio.
Right.
So I can watch them either way.
You're serious, aren't you?
I love it though. I love the Japanese audio is really good, and you get a different vibe to like the British ones. Sometimes I say British, English language. Sometimes it's really good, like the Castle in the Sky, like that has some really good voice acting. But then the Japanese is awesome, and you're just like, I don't know what to do, and like I don't know.
Studio Ghibli frequently get quite famous actors to do the voiceovers for
Yeah,
their
I think
English translation.
I think since the likes of Disney got involved with Princess Mononoke,
Right.
I think people are queuing up to sort of do a Ghibli film because they're amazing, right? And you know,
they are. I have to admit, I've not seen as many as you, but the ones I have seen, I've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
A quick sort of straw poll. What's your favourite Studio Ghibli film?
It's really hard. I would probably say The Princess Mononoke or My Neighbor Totoro.
What about you, Cam?
Princess Mononoke for
Princess
sure.
Mononoke.
Also, Patrick Stewart's one of the best voice actors they've ever had in a Ghibli film, as far as I'm concerned. He was amazing in. Was it Laputa?
Yeah, no. Howl's Moving Castle though had what was the flame guy? It was. You know what? I'll come back to that.
Johnny is here with coffees, so Johnny, come in.
Johnny, what's your favourite studio?
You shouted something.
I'm not sure I've ever seen one. Is Steam Boy one? Or was Steam Boy someone else?
Get out.
Thank you for the coffees, though.
Steam Boy.
Is it Seb?
I think Seb wanted coffee. Yeah.
Seb.
Is that a TV film? Patrick Stewart did a voice in it.
Look at this guy.
Well, I don't know how to follow that up. Thank you, Johnny. What about you, Martin? What's your favourite?
Is Grave of the Fireflies one?
Yes, that's really good as well.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
And finally, Seb, what's your favourite Studio Ghibli film?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, good choice.
Can we hear you,
Hold on,
Seb?
I have a microphone right here. Howl's Moving Castle, probably mine, or Princess Mononoke as well.
Well, I'm going to go with Bad Shy, in the chat, who says Ponyo. I've seen Spirited Away and Ponyo, and I enjoy both of them, but I really liked Ponyo.
Ponyo's cool.
Ponyo is incredibly cute. That section where she's running along the waves and
oh yeah, and they all they're like little fish, aren't they? They're
yeah,
sort of like,
it's
awesome.
brilliant. It's superb. Ponyo is one of the more recent ones, though, isn't it?
It
I think
is,
that was like
yeah.
a few years ago. But they tend to Miyazaki, who's the head of the studio, tends to do, or the studio tends to do like one film a year. I guess like Pixar in a way.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he's moved aside and let sort of other people do. Like his son, I think, right? Has directed a film. And
yeah, he hasn't had the best track record. I think
Right.
the first one he did was Tales or something. I can't remember what it was called.
there was
but,
one based on The Borrowers, I think, loosely.
That's really good. That's Arrietty. Arrietty's really good. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think the thing about the Ghibli stuff for me is that the annoying thing is the Blu-ray releases. I like them in high def.
Right.
And they trickle those out like you wouldn't believe.
Right.
Like it's like one a year of all these films. It's just like, come on.
Is there a Blu-ray box set out there?
No. They are literally trickling these out. So
Right.
they started with the oldest film, and have just sort of working.
Which is from
their
the
way-
80s.
Yeah, from the 80s. They haven't even done like Spirited Away or anything like that yet, which is their biggest film, and I'm so surprised they haven't done the Blu-ray of it. Or
Right.
like My Neighbor Totoro. Like, anyway, I'm
Get
digressing.
on it,
I'm
get on
digressing.
it, Studio
Yeah.
Ghibli. We've got someone on who's tweeting me. Bones360 says Steam Boy is a film, but by the creator of Akira,
Yeah.
not a Ghibli film.
Yeah.
Akira is another great Japanese animated
Akira's
film.
awesome.
It's kind of crazy and mental and
Akira's just
long but great.
Akira's just brilliant.
Akira's
I love
great.
it.
That's another sort of 80s. I think it's 80s.
Yeah, but the
classic.
thing it doesn't look like it's
Doesn't
from the
age,
80s.
no.
Akira, it just looks brilliant.
So if you're looking for a weekend, this is kind of Mark's his area of expertise. Basically, is Japanese games and movies. If you're gonna have a great weekend, you might want to get sort of Nino Kuni, Akira, and your favourite Studio Ghibli film.
Yeah, I'd probably also say get Evangelion as well.
Evangelion, you're a big
Yeah,
fan.
I
Big
love
fan.
that.